Heyo, Ben here, and welcome back. It's Friday, so of course I'm going to record this. And yesterday we had the whole Nice thing, Nice, France, and today coup d'etat in Turkey, and of course Trump announcing his VP, Mike Pence of Indiana. Indiana was fairly safe in his column to begin with, but that does give you it does give you a slight boost in the Midwest, which I'll be honest here, because apparently Pence is actually fairly popular in the Midwest. That said, he may be less popular in other areas of the nation due to certain controversial legislation he passed. So I think there's probably going to be a slight net positive from these events. In the for Trump, because he has looked much better. He has looked much better than Hillary with regards to his responses to these to the attack and the coup. Pence is going to have a slight downturn in most areas of the country. He's going to have a slight benefit in the Midwest. I'm not sure how that's going to affect the race yet, but I do think that I do think that Pence is going to help him in the Midwest. And that's probably where I'd have Pence going around as a surrogate. I'd have Trump going around to other places, and Pence is going to just campaign in the Midwest. So I'd probably have Pence going to Ohio, Pennsylvania, which is kind of mid-Atlantic, not really Midwest, but we'll call it Midwest right now. Kind of Rust Belt area. But yeah, I'd have Pence going around Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Maybe make a play for Illinois. Heck, who knows? I don't think so, but hey, again, you never know. So, one of my commenters and subs, the weather guy, he asked me about what Bernie was saying about trying to get South Dakota and Idaho to go blue. Well, the polls look exceedingly bad for that, and of course if those happen, Montana would more than likely go blue. And you'd be looking at some sort of insane route. Like I said, you'd be looking at a route if those states were to go blue. Like, this is, you'd be looking at a Goldwater-esque route, and perhaps even Texas going blue. Not only that, but like I said, I legitimately think it just, I do not see it happening right now. And also with, oops, these were part of my swing states, weren't they? Yeah. So yeah, I moved New York. States I'm actually going to start move a few states into the safe column. Indiana's going into the safe column, as is Utah. And yeah, think that's where we're going to just go with the safe column. So yeah, we're just going to be moving those into the safe column now, that Pence is the pick. I know there's, whoops, easy there. Sorry about that. There is a chance that Gary Johnson could win New Mexico, but we're not going to factor that in unless his poll numbers go tremendously up. I'm not really going to comment on who I think would have been, who Trump should have picked as his vice president. Just because I'm looking at what is and not what isn't. And I did look at the polls, and polls have really been gravitating towards Trump every day. And as it stands, I'm just going to get rid of Georgia and North Carolina now. Those are going to be red for the time being. Same with Missouri, this electoral vote in Nebraska. Arizona, I know Dems would love to see it go blue. But it won't, not this year at least. Arizona is going to be red. He's still going to win New Hampshire, but I think in the long run, unless Pence really distances himself from some of his past positions and says that it was a mistake to let religion make my governing decisions, I think perhaps the main three, the three big ones in Maine, go back into Hillary. I was saying that Trump was going to win all 4 Maine votes, but with Pence is the pick. With Flynn, that would have really changed things, but with Pence, I think that really does some damage in the 1st Congressional District of Maine. Though that, like I said, though he does get some Midwest Rust Belt appeal, so I think we're going to see some good numbers in Iowa. Minnesota, I think, is going to go blue still for now. Oregon's going to go blue as well. Nevada's actually been polling extremely close, which I did not expect. Same with Colorado. And even the ones where he's losing by a large amount, the trend lines look good for him. So, Jersey and Connecticut are going to go blue for now. More than likely. Virginia as well. Now we go to the 7 swing states. Again, Trump's been polling extremely well in these 3 recently. And I think Pence only helps up here. It may cause some problems here. But again, let's see. Okay. Trump actually does need either Michigan, in this case, if he were to lose Florida, by nabbing Pennsylvania and Ohio, which I think he will. I think this is fairly solid now that he's picked Pence. Unless, like, if he loses Florida in this scenario, which is a bit more likely considering Pence maybe doesn't line up with some of the issues down here. He would either need Michigan or some combination. Yeah, or some combination of the other 3. Again, I do think Trump will actually win Florida. Polls have been looking good for him. The trend line is looking very good for him. And it's only going to get worse for Hillary, in my opinion. because Trump also has the nomination bump that he's going to get. And of course, these attacks haven't been represented in the polls just yet. Then, of course, you've got Nevada, Colorado. I'm actually going to say, since the trend line has been looking better in Nevada than Colorado, we're going to split these two. Nevada's going to go red, Colorado's going to go blue, at least for now. And these are the two that I'm not sure about now with Pence. Because Trump's issues line up extremely well in Michigan. They're okay in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, I think, is still going to go blue in this case. I'm not sure about Michigan. I'm really not sure about Michigan. Again, like I said, it's really tough, to be quite honest with you, to figure out what Michigan's going to do now that Pence is the VP. I mean, it doesn't matter in this scenario. You know what? Because of past behavior, I'm going to go ahead and put it blue, even though the trend line has looked extremely good for Donald Trump. Just because of past behavior, I'm going to lean it. I'm going to put it blue. So that's what we get. We get 290 to 248. This is what I'm seeing now. Maybe next time I'll start using one of these options, the safe, likely leaning toss-up, just to rate my confidence on these, because some of these I'm more confident on than others. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time, and thanks for watching. Comment on methodology or just asking any questions. Again, thank you.